Are y'all ready, DT?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. I'm just gonna watch the driver swap and then I'm gonna run into the show.
Think about us while you're in there.
I want to preemptively apologize for any comments I made in the last 20 minutes. I wasn't really using a lot of brain power outside of the
Don't
hands.
worry about it.
I don't think anything cancelable was said. I think you're good.
I think everybody should be worried about me.
Thank you for your service, Cody. Sleep.
Meh. I'll be hopefully back for the finish. I have to go piss so fucking bad.
You've earned it, young son.
He deserves a shower of champions right now.
He's gonna get a shower, all right.
Great job, team. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
10 minutes. Okay, here I got to talk about my shower routine. So when I get a shower, the first thing I do is make sure I turn the water on. That's something I kind of forgot to do early on. I think he can stop me from talking about my shower journey. I'm going to keep going. So I usually turn the water on. I'll let it warm up a little bit. It's kind of hard to gauge on like how to do that.
Mom and Dad, hey, it's almost time.
The only problem is when I turn the water on, sometimes like I have to put it at a certain level so it can get hot enough, but then it gets too hot. So the one time I thought to myself, okay, the best way to fix that is to put like tape where like the area like at the end of the knob and then at the put two pieces of tape where like the water would usually be optimal. So then when the tape lines up, that's where you put the water in. Then my mom took it out, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I had that there, so I know where it is. And she's like, "Well, I know your hot water, my hot water, two different hot waters." So then I had to switch that out. So I actually kind of upset me a little bit.
Mom doesn't sound like that. She's a very sweet woman.
I don't know how to make a female voice, so I just kind of go for the most annoying one.
This man had tape on his knob in the shower. That's what I just learned.
Well, I don't know what you call it. It's like it's a knob. Like I mean, it's like whatever. You can't call it a lever. It's not like a pulley system.
Hey, a knob's a knob.
A nice knob is a nice knob.
So I don't know. It's just one of my problems whenever I, shower. It's just like I can never get the hot water to be the level I need it to, and then I had to fiddle with it for like 10 minutes just to get to like where the temperature needs to be. And by then I'm already like soaking wet, so that like then the next step is to use shampoo, which is a very foreign concept that I haven't started using until like at least like 2 months ago. So I just started, I just kind of discovered that, and I was just like, oh shit, I can do that now. So I got my little scruffy brush thing. I don't know what it's called. I got we in this house will call it a scruffy brush or a scruffy. I don't know. It sounds like I'm saying it. Well, in your country, it might be called like a soupy poo-poo.
Talking about like a loofah?
Oh, that might be it. Yeah. I don't know.
Scruffy brush.
A loofah.
Definitely a loofah.
A loofah sounds something really offensive.
Does it?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what it is.
Luftwaffe?
Oh no.
That's like the only even remotely offensive thing I could think of. It sounds close.
There's the quote ad.
Damn, I can't remember the shampoo soap thing I used. I have to go find it.
Yeah, I think it's quote ad with a space, guys. Pretty sure it's quote ad with a space.
Nice.
Okay, I figured out what the shampoo thing is. So it's Olay, and it's like the big thing where like you can pump it. So then I ran into the next problem of
you have to pick up the dead balls in the shower and just pump them.
No, it has to go for 3 people, so I have to make sure I don't use too much of the pump. So it's like a certain pump per person for shower usage. So I asked that question. My mom was like, so I usually do like 3 pumps of that soap thing, and I wanted to make sure that was okay. Oops. And she said,
You're talking to your mom about the appropriate amount of pumps.
Yeah, with the shampoo thing in the shower. So I want, because I don't want to be wasting it. So I thought, you know, it'd be a good thing to ask. So
That's
I
fair.
don't, you know, so I don't waste chauffeur.
Soap?
I'm trying to learn it. Stop! I'm trying to. It's still new to me. So I was so I wanted to make sure on that. She said it was fine that I was doing like the 3 pumps, which is, you know, maybe feel good that you know I wasn't being wasteful. I think that's what they all do. So, and then the next step was just kind of, you know, putting on the scruffy. Now the other problem is when you put it on the loofy scoopy.
Yeah.
The loofah.
Loose wash.
It's hard. New words. The loofy. No,
No, that's from the anime.
I gotta. It sounds the same sometimes when you think about it. So then the only other problem when you pump it into the loofah thing, you have to make sure like it's not on. It's on like one central like side. You don't want to put it at like the back end because then it's just gonna drip off the loofah thing. So you have to do it like very intricately, so it's like 3 like right like one after another on the thing. So then the next step is to just basically scrub your body with it. Now, my method is I try to do 10 cycles of like, or 10 like up and down motions to like clean my right arm, and I try to do that first, and then I triangulate
This is
the position.
science.
There's a lot to it. So then I triangulate the next position to like my chest, because I have like a little like thing. My mom used to call it Hermy. It was like a big pimple thing. I don't know.
Like
Yeah,
Sadler?
she named it before we had it like cauterized off.
Anyways,
Dude,
continue
welcome
with
to
it.
shower
Sorry to
talk.
interrupt
Yeah,
you.
please continue.
So yeah, it's just like now that that's gone, like I can like scrub over that, and it's not like a big lump thing. So it was nice to get that like cauterized. But oh my god, when I had that cauterized, it smelled so bad. It was like burning flesh, and like it was one of the few times when that happened to me, I was like nauseous. Like I felt sick, and the doctor looked at me and he looked like concerned. He's like, "Quick, give him a donut." So, because like, you know, donut sugar, you know, I
Kinda
need
donut.
that. So that was it. It actually did help me out a lot, so I was really good about it. But anyways, I'm just talking about, that's not related to the shower part, but it's just something like I think about every time like I, you know, scrub over that part. But now my so I do, you know, I do all that. I get a little triggered by the passive, all that going on. So then the next step is to scrub the left arm, and you know, I have the loofah in my right hand, so it's like on my weak hand now. So now I can't scrub as hard as I would on the left one. So it's like I have to scrub it more. So I'm like, and it's really hard to you know, do that. But on the right, when I had the loofah on my left hand and I scrub it on my right arm, oh my god, it gets clean as fuck, because I can just really like clean it good by then. But just when I have it in my right arm, the left, it's not as cool. But I try to, you know, scrub it longer. So we get that situated. Then the next step is the armpits. But so then I scrub away. Then I have like, so I scrub the right one, then I, you know, I go to the left one. You know, there's no problem. Then I look at my like armpit hairs, it's like all soapy. It's like, ew. Like, but then I'm like, ew, I don't like it. So then I like touch it to make sure it's not like all tangled. Because like, I guess that's a thing. I don't know. I guess it's a guy thing. I don't really know. But, so then I look at it and I just like try to untangle it or make sure it's not tangled.
We'll get an
You know,
armpit
that's
hair
cool.
tangled check.
What is happening right now?
So
That's how you know there's 4 hours left.
That's how you know we've been streaming for 25 hours.
So now after that step is like after I have all that situated, make sure there's no tangly bits there. Then we scrub the tree, and that's when we get into some like really. I'm gonna try to gloss over this as fast as I can because it's a little uncomfortable to talk about. Because in 2032,
Oh, that's what
because in 2032 I'm changing my gender, so like that's gonna eventually like change one day. Well, 2032, so we got a couple, got like 12 years left, and then. Then we, I clean the forest out, get all that situated there, and then the next step is the back. Now the back is a whole rant up for another day, just because like I can't reach my entire back, so I have to use like my right arm and like push it back to like scrub, and then I like hurt myself, and then I feel like a tense pain. I'm like, oh shit! So then I let go, and then I feel like the pressure of the pain like lift up and kind of goes away a little bit. So that's not fun. Then the next step was I get my left arm, and then I kind of go like up above or whatever, and then I do that. So I try to do that as best I can. Then the next step I thought it was like, well, what if I just like put soap on the wall and just rub my back up against the wall and then clean it that way. It turned out it was not that bad of an idea. It's just the wall is very slippery. So then like I fell over. Because it was just too slippery. So that was a problem. So I didn't really do that anymore because it was just too much of a health hazard. So I just kind of had to do it like a barbarian and do it with my friends. But then after that, then the next step is just to. Depends. Sometimes I use much more than I would if I clean up the loofah, or maybe there's just like none left there at all. So then, I just clean it up. Or just kind of get the bubbles out, put it back up. But the thing is, I don't usually like to stand up when I put the loofah back on. I kind of just like kneel. So I like that. So then I have to go up high, and then I have to like reach the hook to put the loofah string thing on that. So then I have to like pitch myself up in like a tent position while sitting down to like try to like reach it up on top, because I'm just too lazy to just stand up and put it on the hook. So that's another thing that I have to tackle with and deal with. Which, I mean, it's kind of a nitpick, but I just sometimes I like to live on the edge.
Listen, I can tell you this much after hearing this process that goes into showering. I can tell why you haven't showered since course season 2. This is an ordeal and a half that we're looking at here.
Jesus Christ. Someone in the chat.
Well, there's a lot to it, It's not just a simple like, tippity do or whatever.
Give me an approximate time remaining for the highlights channel. The WhatiF Shower talk. Put that in the damn highlights.
I think that can just be. That might be one of the rare cases where I have to take like the stream clip and like upload it to my channel too. But there's a process to it. That's the most frustrating thing. But it's a process, It's not just, I'm Cody, I can take a shower in 10 minutes. No, it's like a freaking hour-and-a-half ordeal. So then the next step is, obviously, after we put the loofah thing on the hook, then we wash my hair, or shampoo it, brush it. I don't know what it's called really. All I know is I shampoo it or shoot soap. oh boy. It's called Olay, or no, it's VO5. I don't know what that is. It looks like Voss, but it's VO5.
What happened to the first floor?
Yeah, so then the next step is just kind of, okay, this is a pet peeve of mine in the shower. So every time I'm in the shower, the lid is always open. And I don't like the lid being open because then water gets in there. So when like the thing is running low on the shampoo, soap,
What the Japanese soap?
Hi, everybody.
Cody, you
See how bad that was?
you chose a great time to not
I'll
be
have to
here.
go through.
What if
Cody,
he
you-
spent about
you
20
damned
minutes
us.
explaining his shower process and his intricate?
It's just like a pet peeve of mine when you have the shampoo out and then
God damn
you know, it's like the lid's open, and then when other people are showering, then like water gets in there. So like if the shampoo is like low, then the shampoo gets like all like liquidy, and I don't like that because then if you pour it into your hand, it pours out more, and I get angry because I'm wasting it, and I don't like that. But I can't control that because that's just with my other things. So that's you know, it angers me. But you know, then I pour it out into my hand. And I try to make sure it's like a palm length. Palm length? I don't know if that's right. I try to make it like small, but it always turns out to be really big, and it really upsets me because I can never get it just right. But you know, obviously I pour it in my hand or palm or whatever. And then you know, I start brushing, combing. Wait, no, that's later. God damn.
Brushing your teeth with shampoo.
No. Oh, I didn't even get. I gotta talk about that stuff later. But the so then, you know, you put the soap on your head or shampoo, and then you scrub it. Now the problem with me is like I don't have nails, so I can't like really dig into it like a female would do with the hair and the soap stuff. So I have to I do my best, and then once it gets full of soap, I clean it up, put my head under the water. Or no, not literally. Not like I fill the tub up and then
That's called
drown
a bath,
myself.
though.
That's not. No, I don't put a bath in there. It's the rainwater. No. Get close to the shower water. It sprinkles from the top. It looks like a pasta strainer. Like that thing.
No, pasta looks like.
I don't know. It just looks like it. That's all I can.
Okay.
But then after that, then I just, I clean off the hair as best I can. And the only problem is like I don't have a mirror in like the shower itself, so I can't see if like I get all the bubbles out or if I get like all the little like the white flakes. And that really angers me because like I scrub and I clean it for like at least 10 minutes, and then by the time I'm done, I never get it done. It's just I can never do it properly. So I really wish I had a mirror in there. But then we got to deal with the condensation, and you got to wipe it off, and then that's a whole other topic. But so once we get all that situated, then so once we get all that situated, then we get to the last step, which is turn the water off. Get your and obviously when you go in the shower, I get a towel, clean myself off. And then I put my
You don't use toilet paper to dry yourself off?
No. Then we get to the next step, which is the hair dryer art. So, obviously, after I get out of the shower and I have my towel thing, roped around my body, or at least my shoulders, at least. Then I turn the hair dryer on, and then I'm cold for like another 10 minutes. So I'm sitting. I'm just kneeled.
You're what?
I'm kneeled in the bathroom right by the tub, or in front of the tub, and then I'm just sitting there with the hair dryer on. I'm just kind of in a huddled position, just trying to get warm. And I want to look at my phone while that's going on, but I'm too cold, so I just have to sit there like dying a little bit. But that's what it feels like, at least. And then then like after like I said, about 10 minutes, then it starts to kind of go away a little bit. So then I try to make sure I warm up a little bit, look at my phone, or sometimes just kind of scroll through Twitter and look at stuff. And then after that, then we get to the point where like it starts getting comfortable, and I'm like, all right, I don't feel nearly as cold anymore. So then I get like, oh, I'm sleepy. So then I take a nap while like the hair dryer's on, and sometimes that could be like an hour or 40 minutes. Sometimes, it just kind of depends. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes I just feel like taking a nap. So then I do that and wake up, and then the next step is just to make sure to turn the hair dryer off and do all that sort of stuff.
I feel enlightened having this newfound knowledge of what is.
Oh, you missed the loofah pump to
the
scrub
pump
brush
count, the pump check.
I wouldn't expect anything less than the loofah in a WhatiF shower.
But yeah, it's like, well, there's more to it, because then we have the next step, which is putting deodorant on. And oh my god, this is probably the most stressful deodorant stuff I've ever had to deal with, because you know the Axe, like because I use like the Axe deodorant spray, deodorant stick, speed stick. I don't know what it's called.
Is it a spray or is it a stick?
It's a stick. I'm sorry. So then when I open it, then like old like deodorant stuff like flies out of it, and it's just like ew. I don't like it. And then it gets on the floor, and I'm like, oh, I try to pick it up, and it just kind of melts in my finger, and it gets me angry. But you know, after that like frustration, you know, then I put it on. Thankfully, I never had. Actually, what's crazy too is like, I never had a scenario where like my armpit hair got like tangled up inside the deodorant. So that was I'm actually pretty lucky it hasn't happened yet. But
what am I listening to right now?
Oh, there's just a lot of things I gotta worry about when I shower.
True.
Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional.
Gotta worry about not falling down the drain.
Now the next step is like after I put the like deodorant on, then sometimes like part of my armpit hair will like get stuck on the deodorant. So then like I try to pick it off because it just grosses me out. Then I can't do it. So then I have to go and get a toothpick. Put the toothpick. What are you gonna do in a situation like that? If you can't pick it up with your finger, then you know what? I gotta get a toothpick. So then I have a toothpick supply in my room, and I go and get that.
It's not what toothpicks are made for.
And I pick it out, and then all that's good. But sometimes you gotta be careful because you don't want to like poke the toothpick too deep into the deodorant, and like. Because I had it one time where like I got it so far deep in that like it broke the deodorant in half, so you don't want to do that. So that's the other problem you have to be worried about. So that's the next step. I have to take precautions, and I do the left side. And sometimes the left side doesn't like have anything on there on the sticks, so sometimes I'm good, sometimes not. Then the last step comes to brushing my teeth. So the most like tedious thing with brushing my teeth is just the amount of toothpaste and just how much time you want to take into brushing them. So after all well, I'm not a caveman over here. We're getting into like super advanced technology. So when so when I do all that, because like I went through a lot of like dental problems, and thankfully all that's kind of subsided now. But it taught me a lesson to take care of my teeth more. So I have for like the last like year and a half. So I try to count like how long I brush my teeth. So I try to do like the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi count thing, just to try to go for at least like 45 seconds to a minute. And I try to do everything as I possibly can. So then I was thinking like, well, because it also depends on the toothpaste too, because the kind of toothpaste I have is like good for it's good for sensitive teeth, which I didn't even know that was the toothpaste I was even using to begin with. But actually, that's just what was there, and I like it. So,
Wow.
Crap. Oh my god.
You okay, sir?
Jesus Christ. I gotta make this like a 20-minute YouTube video of just like what if talks about showering.
And then almost dies.
Oh my god, I don't know where that came from, but that actually kind of scared me. So,
It escaped from the abyss.
yeah. So, then I was thinking to myself, this brush my teeth is fun and all, but what if I use 2 toothbrushes and like brush like both sides of my mouth? Then I can get it done even faster. So instead of like 45 seconds to a minute, then I can do it all in like 30 seconds. So I tried it once. It was freaking awesome.
If you get like 10 toothbrushes, you only have to brush for like 6 seconds. Just stuff 10 toothbrushes in your mouth at once.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Just I don't know if I can hold that many at once and be that effective while doing it.
Not with that attitude.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're right. I don't know. I didn't think about it that far. I think it'd be a little bit weird if I had like 10 toothbrushes in the bathroom. My mom would probably definitely question why I have those. So I feel like 2 is a safe kind of bet, like a backup one kind of thing. So I did that once, and it was kind of a good idea. But then we ran into a problem of like too much toothpaste in my mouth. So then it's like I can't even like spit it all out. So then it starts like overflowing my mouth, and then like it looks like I'm drooling. So then it just gets gross, and I don't want to deal with that.
It's
So
like you have rabies.
yeah, and I don't like that very well. So it's just I just rather do one and just take my time and just really make sure I get to the work. So then the other step I was wondering was like I want to use like mouthwash, but I didn't know what kind of mouthwash to use, because what I used to use was like the Listerine, like the kind where like it would show like blue spots in your teeth if you need to clean that more, like that. I don't know what it was, but it was for kids, and I love that. I can't find it anywhere in stores. It's actually kind of really obsessive.
Use some peak antifreeze does the trick.
Does anybody remember that? Like the Listerine, like it was like a detective guy on like the front cover of it, and like he had like a little magnifying glass, and you wash your mouth with it, and then like when you spit it out, you see like little blue spots. Like, oh, you need to brush your teeth more. Like it's like a mouthwash and like a tooth detector to where to brush. It was a good idea. Like I love that. I can't find it anymore. I found like actually like last year I found one that was like in my cabinet, but it was from like 2007. So I don't know if that would be good anymore. So unfortunately I didn't try it, but it just was one of those cases where I didn't want to take that chance. But I actually kind of missed that, so that actually upsets me. So I don't really know what kind of mouthwash to use. Now I've heard of the technique to like breathe into a spoon and then smell it to see if that would fix it, but that's internet myth stuff, so I don't know if that's like a real thing. So I don't really know. And then after that, well, that's the only thing I'm missing. It's just the mouthwash stuff, which I don't really know what to use. It's like I'm just not knowledgeable enough. So obviously I put my bath towel in the thing, put my clothes on. Sometimes I forget that like I need to put on like new clothes. So I'm like, oh shit, like how am I gonna get out of the bathroom if I don't have like new clothes? So I'm like, oh well, here we go. So then I have to like bravely like barge the door open, run to my bedroom, get my clothes, run back into the bathroom, put them on, and then get myself situated. And I feel like that's like something that it just bugs me. Sometimes I forget. And I don't want, and like the last thing you want is to wear your underwear too much and it starts being like potato chips, and it's just not a good time. Try to stay away from it. So now the last final step, somebody mentioned in chat, was about like shaving. Now, I don't really have like a routine of like when I shave. The last time I shaved was like I think January 7th. So I feel like
you're the wrong person.
Well, it's my process. So I'm assuming, I never really counted the days, but I'm assuming it's like every 3 weeks I would shave. So the one thing I kind of learned over time is to not use like the guard of the shave blade razor vibrator. What is it called? I don't know.
I mean, you said razor, you got it.
Well, it's not like a man handheld like thing. It's just like.
Oh, you're talking about electric shaver.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
I don't use those.
Well.
Tell me the process. I'm curious.
Oh, okay. So as I like learned over the years, I don't use like the guard or like the lowest like blade thing. So I just kind of like take that off because I'm just like, it doesn't cut enough of my hair. So I remove that. So then it's just the bare minimum thing. Mm-hmm. And so the only problem with it is that after like I get a shower and I do that, usually it's not too much of a problem. But then the problem is like, oh, I have to get up and look at the mirror to do that. And then there's like hair all over like the sink, and I don't like that. So what I do is I kind of just wing it. So I put like a garbage bag, garbage trash bag, garbage bag right in front of my face, and then I like shave, and all the hair goes into that. And I don't really have a mirror to look at, so I just kind of like guess where like to shave. So then I just kind of like, you know, do that for a little bit, and then I feel like, you know, and I feel my face a little bit, like, oh, you know, I feel like, you know, I got everything I need to, and like, oh, I feel a little hair, and I'm like, and I get that out of there, and you know, so then I like,
That was a
then
good
by the time I'm
impression
done,
of the sound.
and I don't feel any hair, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm good to go. And then I get up and look at myself at the mirror. At that point, I'm like, I look pretty good. And I do it with all not even looking in a mirror. Like, that's just how much, like, it takes, like, a lot of practice. Because when I did it at first, it was like I always would miss a lot. But now it's at the point where, like, I don't have any problems with doing that without looking in the mirror. So it's honestly pretty badass. I do like that. The only problem is, you know, I have to put my face over a garbage bag instead of... I just don't like cleaning up the hair in the sink, so I just, you know, I don't have to worry about that. So
Holy crap,
that's
that was-
my... It's, I mean, it's a great... It works, you know, it works. If you ever come to my house and we ever have to shower, or we, I mean...
Yeah?
I said if we ever shower.
I heard what you said.
So, oh no, it's not what I meant. I meant like if like I like in like a
Yeah?
like a brotel or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
Brotel.
I
Like you would see me like in the corner right in front of a garbage can going like that's and thankfully as the, you know, as time has gone on, I haven't really, you know, honestly it's pretty, like I don't miss any bit of hair. Like I'm surprised. Now when we get to like shaving like the forest and stuff, that's a whole other story for another time. I don't want to get into that right now. There's a lot of trimming, but it's just it's mainly just the beard I focus on the most because that's what's being viewed the most. Unless I like partake in like amateur night, because like that is in my area, but I just never thought of doing it. But you know, I might come to that one day, but I don't really think I need to be in a position where I have to like shave that area. So I try to stay away from that. I don't look at it. I try to tuck it back inside.
I'm gonna
So-
call my house the Brotel.
And that's it. Like I think that's my entire shower process, to be honest. So the only other thing I have to worry about, actually I don't have to worry about anymore, is cutting myself while shaving. So I used to use the handheld thing like a barbarian. And I don't have to do that anymore. So I don't have to ever really risk, you know, cutting myself.
Thanks for
Worrying
sharing
about
with the
that.
class.
You're welcome. It's just, it's a lot, you know. I thought I would finish the story by
It
the time
is a
Cody
lot.
came back,
Jesus
but
Christ.
he took like 10 minutes, and like I don't understand how it
Nine
took him
laps
that
left. That was like
short.
45 minutes, dude. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not that simple for me. You heard the whole backstory to it. It's just, you
The
know,
lore runs deep. The WhatiF Shower Lore.